What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, Mufasa Fashaw, with another episode of Alphacology, man. I just want y'all to know, man, we've been rocking and rolling, closing out the year, and I did want you guys to understand, it was out of these two men, because I was just gonna call this the Alpha Male of the Year, but I conspired, I work with a couple other cats that we do podcasts together, so I did it. I wanted to share that perspective with them, but as far as this go, I'm gonna just call this one Deion Sanders, man. I always say, man, Deion Sanders will always be in my book. You got Kobe, you got Jordan. When it comes to alpha male athletes, Deion Sanders is in that upper echelon, right? But now he goes over for me, and I always say this, when they say, what's a good example of an alpha male? And I always say, man, you want to see what an alpha male look like? Just look at Deion Sanders. And he displays the leadership. He displays the confidence and the leadership you need. He knows how to change an environment. You understand what I'm saying? And what he did over there at Jackson State. And if you guys don't know, Jackson State University is a historically black college in Mississippi. Mississippi is probably the poorest state in America, if not one of the poorest states in America. So you got a black college. All black colleges are historically known to be poor anyways, or the funds have been grossly mishandled or stolen, or it's always some bullshit. So I've took visits to black colleges and looked at their athletic facilities, because I used to play football. And when I went on my visits, I'm like, what the hell? This shit look like high school. What the fuck is this? And then I'll go to, they call it a PWI, a predominantly white college, a non-historically black college, or any. It's just a regular college. We'll just call it college, like a D1 college, like a Florida State, a University of Miami. And the facilities, the weight room is huge, beautiful. You got all the shit you need. And you go to a place like Jackson State, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Right? I'm just being honest. So Deion went to a Jackson State, correct? They were like horrible. They was like 2-11 or 2-8 or 1-11, something horrible. And in 2 years, and in 3 years, he turned that program around. They went basically undefeated for 2 years. That's some alpha male shit. If you ever coach the sport, or if you ever get a chance to coach the sport, it's probably one of the toughest things you could do, especially making them undefeated. That's the toughest shit you could do, especially in today's climate with all the social media distraction. And the way he did it was so influential, because he was so himself. He was Coach Prime. Deion Sanders was always flashy. He always had the rhyme. He always had the talk. He was almost like a Muhammad Ali in a way, where the way he rhymes and always has something inspirational to say. I call him the preacher coach, because he always preaching. And it reminded me a little bit of my father, always preaching, always inspiring you. Now, some coaches are drill sergeant coaches, and they do good as well, but they're more what they like to call no nonsense. And everybody thought, Deion just want to show out. He's going to be a playful coach. And no, Deion's a no nonsense coach too, but it's in a different way, because he want to look good. He wants you to look good. He wants you to have swag. You got to have swag to play for Deion. You get what I'm saying? But you got to be on your shit. You got to work hard. And clearly he turned that program around. So that is, my main man for the year. It was out of him and Floyd Mayweather. But what make him so alpha as well, not because he's the biggest, fastest, strongest, or was the best cornerback ever. What make my man Deion, aka Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, right? Coach Prime, what made Coach Prime so special is he helped put Jackson State on the map, HBCUs on the map. They started playing more historically black college football games because of Coach Prime, right? He started recruiting. He got the #1 recruit in America. All of that. He did. He even donated. He wanted the shit so bad, fellas. And this is what I talk about sacrifice. He even donated his salary to his other coaches so they could get paid decent. That's how horrible it was. That's how horrible, black college football teams are known for not being underpaid coaches. You really do it because you love it. But at some point, you want to make shit worth it and you want to feel great. You can't always do shit. I always say this. You can only do shit so much from the heart before you need to take a break or you try to upgrade. And my man Deion, I just wanted to say, man, it was great to watch that. He put on a clinic for all those coaches that said it couldn't be done. He did it. He did the impossible. And that's what makes him so alpha. Once you do the impossible, now you inspired others to do the same thing. You inspired coaches to coach better. You inspired schools to put more money in their athletic programs. You inspire ESPN to start playing college football games. You know what I'm saying? And now he left Jackson State and everybody's upset at him. Everybody's upset at him for leaving Jackson State. But fellas, I don't give a fuck who you are. You go for your whatever your purpose is. And he always said, I'm pursuing my purpose. I'm pursuing my legacy. That was just a stop in my destination. That's not his. They wanted him to stay forever and just be this little special coach. No. Deion showed everybody he could do that it's possible. Now it's somebody else that's going to step up to the plate and do what Deion did. Make it possible, make it better, make it fun. He made football fun for those boys. He made it fun for them. He made them love the game. And now some people understood Deion's assignment. Some didn't. And that's what I want to get on here to say. As an alpha male, you got to do what's best for you. You can't please everybody. If you're not going to be the best and the most alpha version of yourself, you're doing everybody a disservice. Now, I ain't say I didn't get on here and tell y'all to do no fuck shit, screw people over. He ain't do none of that. The college football game always been a business. It's always been cutthroat. I've been recruited by a coach, and that coach left for a better job, and the new coach showed up, and I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it happens. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, life ain't fair, and I keep telling y'all that. Life ain't fair. You got to make it fair. Life ain't fair. You got to make it there. That's why you are the most alpha version of yourself. You adapt to all your environments. Oh, shit, the coach I had is gone. I can either leave and go find a better opportunity, or I could work my ass off and stay and see what I can make out of this. I can make something out of nothing. I guarantee you, even when Coach Prime went to Colorado, there's probably some players on there that say, I ain't going nowhere. I know I'm the bomb. I know I'm the man. I know I'm a dog. I'm an alpha dog. I know I'm an alpha. I'm going to show him. That's all Deion did, was show everybody he could do it. Now he got a better job. You have to prove yourself as a man. You understand? Everybody got to prove themselves as men. There's nothing else you can do or any of that. You got to prove yourself as a man. And I want everybody to know that. Never let nobody give you anything. Any person who's complaining about Deion Sanders leaving is a person that is entitled, and they want something for nothing, and they got a lot of beta male energy. They want to leech off of other people's success for as long as they can. No, he wasn't supposed to stay there. God damn it, I was mad Deion even went to Jackson State. I'm like, you could have chose FAMU. They would have gave you the job. He's from Florida. I like FAM. My dad went to the Rattlers, played for the Rattlers. I'm like, choose FAMU. No, he didn't choose FAMU. He chose Jackson State. And I don't know why they thought that man was going to stay there, but they were real pissed off. And you can't get pissed. You just got to understand, as a man, you got to adjust. Sometimes, hey, I always tell people this. Sometimes you're going to lose something and you got to step up. Me, for example, one of my biggest inspirations, one man I knew loved me, one of my favorite alpha males of all times, probably my favorite ever, my grandfather. I lost him. I was mad. Hey, I was mad. I was mad at the Most High. Like, why did you take him? Right? I wasn't done. I needed more, just a little bit more time. I was mad because I knew my granddaddy could. My grandfather, he's tough. He actually died when my grandma said it was okay for him to die. He could have lived for a couple more weeks if he wanted to, maybe a couple more months. But he was like, all right, I'm ready to go. It's okay if I go. Are you going to need me? And she was like, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? And he did that for his wife, man. My grandma is a great woman. Love her. Like I always say, that's a true alpha female because she married an alpha male. Right? So that's how you look. That's how I look at that. But she has wisdom, knowledge. She has everything. And I appreciate that. But I remember myself, when people transition to higher places, higher forces, you're upset because you're so used to that person baby feeding you, showing you how it's done. Like, I wanted my granddaddy to just, he didn't even have to, he was so good at giving me instructions on building things and doing certain things. I was like, man, I need to know how to make a little fence around my yard. And I was going to ask him how to do that. That was going to be like one of our last conversations. And boom, I was going to build a fence around my yard when I got my house, in honor of him. But I was so mad. I'm like, dang, why he left? You know what I'm saying? But he served his purpose. He was on his way to his other destination, right? Same thing. I look at it with Deion Sanders. Y'all cannot be mad at this man. This man came, he saw, he conquered, he left. He left his mark on that university forever. They tasted what success felt like. They know what success felt like. He had the stands packed out. Now guess what's going to happen next? Who's up? They got some big ass shoes to fill. It's not going to be easy. But guess what? When an alpha male leave your life, and I always tell a woman this, I say, when I leave your life, you're going to feel it. Because you not understanding. You get what I'm saying? So you got to sit back and understand, fellas, what I'm saying, that how the people were mad at him. But for most part, I really don't do this. But if anybody follow Coach Prime online or on Instagram, he's always doing something inspirational. He's always swagged out. Coach Prime always been like that. Since I was a little boy, everybody wanted the best player on the team. When I was in Little League, the best players on the team always wore 21. They didn't wear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They always wore 21 or 22. If your quarterback was good, he wore 13 or number 10. I don't know. That's just how it was back in the day. 21 was Deion Sanders. 22 was Emmitt Smith. Your running back wore 22, 24. 9 times. Your best player wore 21, though. We all wanted a high step in the end zone. Listen, he was very influential, man. Once in a lifetime athlete. I have yet to see an athlete with that much swagger since. I don't even think they allow it, but Prime is an alpha male. Because if you go out there acting like prime, you can have prime talent and you still will take a L. Because them coaches are like, who you think you are? Deion? You ain't no Deion. You have to earn that. You know, I can't even think of a player right now in the NFL that remind me of Deion Sanders. Not one. Not one. Now, cornerbacks do talk a lot of shit, and they do kind of be fly sometimes, but primetime fly was something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give y'all can look up Deion. He played he played football and baseball. He went to a Major League Baseball game. He played a Major League Baseball game and in an NFL football game all in 1 week. He scored a touchdown and hit a home run in 1 week. No man was doing that like that, man. It was just him and Bo Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But this man was a hard worker, and he's from the home team, man. He a Florida boy like me, so when y'all give us too much juice, we gonna show out. And he had all the juice, and Jackson State let him do everything he needed to show that he could go to any program and turn it around. Now he at Colorado. I can't wait to see what he does, but no matter what, that's an alpha male for you right there. When he walked through the room, everybody chin goes up. Even if you don't know who he is, because he going to talk to you. I done ran into Deion Sanders, and he was like, hey, man, put your head up, man. Stick your chest out. When I was a little boy, put your head up, stick your chest out. That's how you walk. That's how people know to respect you. That's how people going to know to pay attention to what you got to say. You say it with your chin up and your chest out. Hey, man, it was a blessing, man. I want you guys to all study that swag he got. You know, I got a little flash on me, and you know, I don't think I could be flashier than Prime, but he was good, man. He was a good dude. He was a good ball player. He raised a nice family. I know it sound crazy. His son is the quarterback, and wherever I go, if my son is good enough, he gonna play quarterback. That's just that. I really enjoyed watching him coach. I follow all his stuff, and I'm just like, this man is he still got it. He's still very entertaining to watch. So any college football team that gets him, they're gonna be in for a big treat. Everybody gonna see what is Deion gonna do. Now, with that being said, like I said, what you could take away from it is Deion has a purpose and a plan in his fucking life, and he's walking through that plan. We're seeing it bit by bit. He has goals, he has purpose, he has a plan. Because if he didn't have a plan, he would have just stayed his ass at Jackson State and been complacent. Never be fucking complacent. Always look to level up. You level up. If you under the age of I'm going to say under the age of 75, you need to be looking to level up. That's how I look at it. I brought one house. Now I'm trying to buy my second. And once I buy my second, I'm going to try to buy my third. Once I buy my third, I'm going to buy a fourth. That's how I look at it. So that's what we need to get into, man. Stop being Metacore. Stop doing this. Let's do what we know to do. He left a place that loved him. And sometimes you're going to have to be in those uncomfortable situations. Because he could have been at Jackson State and been comfortable. But he going into the unknown to pursue his purpose. And that's what we have to do out here, fellas. Like I always say, man, this is not tea. It's protein. Peace out.